Good afternoon to you once again from the sports desk. With the South Africa Premiership drawing closer to the festive break, teams are doing their best to make sure that their way up to on the log. SuperSport United and Orlando Pirates are in a tug of war for second place as things stand. They face each other at the Mokaba Stadium this evening, and that's where our reporter Vuyo Macoba joins us live. Vuyo, take Mamelodi Sundowns out of the equation. This is a top of the table clash.
Good afternoon to you, Kwena, and of course to the Newzroom Afrika viewers. A hot day here in Polokwane. We're outside the Mokaba Stadium, of course anticipating that crucial game between SuperSport United and Orlando Pirates. SuperSport being the host of this game, and of course Pirates travelling all the way here. And as you're saying it in terms of your intro, it's a very crucial game in the sense of the log table. If you take out Mamelodi Sundowns out of the equation for now, there's two teams that are left. SuperSport United sitting in second position, and of course Orlando Pirates sitting in third. Now the difference between these two sides is just a point. As we grow closer to the sort of half break of the season, these teams really want to solidify their place before us going to the break, and that second place position is very crucial for them. Like I said, SuperSport United 26 points in second position, and Orlando Pirates knowing very well, traveling all the way from Johannesburg, coming to Mokaba Stadium, knowing very well that there is an opportunity for them to get a win tonight and of course seal that second place position. It all goes back to last year. If you remember correctly, Kwena, this is a similar thing that happened between these two sides, but of course with Orlando Pirates ending up with the team that finished second and going on to play in the CAF Champions League football, and SuperSport United being the one that goes and plays in the CAF Confederations Cup, which we saw them during the week when they played against Al Hilal Benghazi and won that match. And that is the confidence that SuperSport United will be bringing into this match today, coming out of that win, and of course Pirates having had a good run this season so far. Gwena?
Now, you spoke about the weather, and I'm sure, knowing the temperatures around there, how much of a role do you think that the heat will play, albeit the game starting a little bit later? Are we looking at the game being much of a high tempo as they try to adjust to the high temperatures?
Certainly, Kwena, that is the case, and I think that's the reason why we have a time, a 5:45 time for this fixture, because by the time we reached Polokwane at around 3 o'clock, it was really, really hot, and I don't think for any team would have played in those conditions. So definitely going to be affecting the tempo of the game today, with of course the conditions being cooler by the time it's kick-off time. I think for the team like a SuperSport United, who have been at Mokaba all this week, remember correctly in the week they played Al Ali Benghazi in the CAF Confederation Cup, and I think that's the reason why they decided to sort of keep this match here in Polokwane, to sort of stick into the conditions that they've already been in, having come in during the week. For Orlando Pirates, of course, coming from the Johannesburg side, we also understand, I mean, in this week in Johannesburg, it's also been closely similar conditions where it's been very, very hot. So I don't think much is going to affect Pirates in terms of, the heat here, because it's sort of similar conditions in Johannesburg as we speak. But for a team like SuperSport United, having adjusted already this week, they'll sort of have an advantage when it comes to this match. And I think that is the reason why they chose to stick at Mokaba Stadium, having played during the week on Wednesday.
Let's take a look at just how the teams line up into this game. Starting with the home team, SuperSport United, their form has been quite indifferent. I mean, from what you're seeing, what is Coach Gavin Hunt's plan going into this game?
Certainly, I mean, if you remember the post-match conference from after the Al Benghazi match, Coach Gavin Hunt was very open about this Orlando Pirates fixture today in terms of how important it is as a coach. And I dated it back in terms of my first answer, taking it back to last season. Last season, SuperSport United lost the opportunity to finish in second place position, and that is at the back of the mind of Gavin Hunt coming to this match. He did put it out after in the post-match press conference on Wednesday that he's looking in that he's looking in that direction, and it still hurts for him because SuperSport United were one of the teams last year who were really looking forward to go and represent the country, not just in CAF Confederations Cup football that they are playing in now, but in CAF Champions League football, and of course Orlando Pirates being the team that took it away from them. So tonight, tonight, you could call it a revenge match for Kevin Hunt, and especially going into sort of the half break of the season, making sure that they push away Orlando Pirates and don't give them a chance to steal the second position from him once again. So from Kevin Hunt's side, that pain still hurts from last season, and it will be going all out, guns blazing. We saw him in the week, the type of players that he played in the Al Benghazi match, put out a sort of inexperienced side, which did, of course, go out and win that match for him. But because he had put aside his stronger side, he had put aside his stronger players because of how important this Pirates match is for him. Making sure that he maintains a second position in this match is very crucial for Kevin Hunt.
Then from Orlando Pirates' side, what is Coach Jose Rivero's thinking from the starting 11 perspective? I mean, an opportunity, as you say, Vuyo, to go second on the log, an opportunity to put a stronghold on that Champions League position, and we know how important that position is for Orlando Pirates. Looking at their lineup and the players that they've travelled, what do you make of Jose Rivero's plan going into this game?
Certainly, Kwena, on that Champions League note, I mean, for Coach Jose Rivero, we know how Orlando Pirates performed in the CAF Champions League season. Certainly a disappointing run, having come out of the early stages of the competition, not even making a point where they're able to switch to the Confederations Cup football. So for Jose Rivero is making sure that he returns to CAF Champions League football. And the only way that you can sort of return to that space is, of course, finishing in second position. I think the crucial part of this is how do you go into a break sitting in a good position to make sure that it sort of gives you the good momentum when you start in the new season. We do know, of course, that the Africa Cup of Nations is going to disturb it, the Premier Soccer League. We're only going to start around the 16th of February. But the fact that mentally Orlando Pirates team will be sitting in second position, it gives them good momentum, sort of starting the second half of the break. And for them to think that the possibility of returning to Champions League football and, of course, fixing the mistakes that they did this season, that's the big thing at the top of Jose Rivero's mind. We do know from the Pirates side, of course, a playmaker from Pirates, Patrick Masangani, would have been a player that would have been good for Pirates to play into this match. He's a former SuperSport United and has been a key player for Orlando Pirates this season. Orlando Pirates in the 5 matches, of course, winning 4 of them, picking up 13 points from the 5 matches that they played and only drawing 1. They've been in the good run, and they want to make sure that they want to sort of continue that streak, especially in this match, while you still have, the last match for them next week, I think, against Stellenbosch FC. But for Jose Rivero and his team is making sure that they maintain that position. Patrick Maswangani is not into this team, a playmaker, because he's suspended. He got that a 4th yellow card in the match that he played against Orlando Pirates in the previous match, which Orlando Pirates won. But more than anything else is making sure that they continue with the streak, the winning streak for Orlando Pirates, and of course they make sure that they get into that second position, of course, and then in the last match make sure that they maintain it. But Gwena, before I bring it back to you, I've got some of Orlando Pirates fans that have just trickled in now, maybe to get an understanding from them in terms of how crucial for them is this match for Orlando Pirates. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your time and for making the time, even though it's a Christmas break, to come to Peter Mokaba. Just give us a sense of how much this game is important for Orlando Pirates.
No, game Pirates is very important to us because we need that 3 point in my hand. We really need that. We really need that. We game Pirates here today. I wanna weather a fish, Mara. We really need that. We really need that 3 point in our hand.
Baba, just bringing you in quickly, also in short, the importance, of course, 3 points for Orlando Pirates, making sure that, you get to that second position, and just the importance of Pirates going back and playing CAF Champions League football and making sort of, that intention that they want to go back to CAF Champions League football now.
Yeah, our aim is to keep momentum going, and then we have to collect 3 points because individual brilliance today is going to win the game for us. We've been struggling. We lost competition, Black Label, so we're here for December and to support Orlando Pirates, and then that for us is a pleasure. Yeah, for this day, and then Pirates fans are coming. We're gonna fill up the stadium to collect 3 points to keep momentum going. Amanda, Orlando Pirates.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that's sort of, you know, the intention that you're even hearing from friends from Orlando Pirates' side. It's a 3 points for them. Of course, it's a Christmas season. And I think for Orlando Pirates as well, they would want to give an early present to their fans with, of course, Christmas coming up on Monday. For SuperSport United, it's a similar thing. And we're hoping that we'll get an opportunity to see some of the SuperSport United fans and have a chat with them, even though we know that there's so many Kaizer Chiefs fans that have trickled into the stadium, as Polokwane is sort of another home for Chiefs fans. It's back to you in studio.
All right, that's where we're going to park it as far as the sport is concerned in this hour. We do have another update coming away in the next hour. Stick around for headlines at the top with Nhlanhla.